Joe Rogan has weighed in on Brendan Schaub versus Bobby Lee. This is from his podcast with Lex Friedman. He's going to talk about this situation, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on what he's really saying. But let's go ahead and see what Joe Rogan had to say about Brendan Schaub versus Bobby Lee.
Before, I'm a huge fan of Bobby Lee. He should be on this podcast.
I love Bobby Lee. I saw he was on your show, too.
Yeah,
By the way, Bobby
sometimes
Lee's
he
been
gets
invited to
starstruck.
do my podcast multiple times.
He's okay.
Multiple times.
But you should get him on.
I'm going to have to reach out to him.
Yeah, I feel like he's so...
I might have to fly to L.A. and hold his hand and drag him on a flight.
I think he just needs a real invitation.
He knows I love him. Because there's been a lot of drama lately, and one of the things that happened was somehow or another my name got entered into this thing, and I don't want to get into it in too much detail, but I'm like, okay, I must call Bobby, and I called him, and I said, listen, I don't know what kind of... I'm just hearing about this nonsense now, but I love you. I would never let anybody talk bad about you. I would never let anybody come on my show and talk bad about you. I think you're an awesome guy. I think you're incredibly talented. And I know that you have fear of like performing and putting out a special and stuff like that, but I really think you should, because I think you're one of the best comedians alive. And I've said that to him many, many times. I always give him shit like,
So the way I take that as is Rogan is not happy with Brendan Schaub and Brian Callen. Remember, when they threatened Bobby Lee's career, one of the things they threatened him with was Joe Rogan. And I had a feeling once Joe Rogan heard that, and he's like, wait a minute. These guys are out here threatening comedians with my name. And by the way, like I've said, this is the only time we've ever heard about it. It's probably not the first time it's happened. Maybe not other comedians, but for anything, you better let me in here or get me tickets to this, or I'll get Joe Rogan after you, or I'll make sure you never go on Rogan or something, or I'll have Rogan mess with your career. But it seems like Rogan knows the entire drama and probably is not too happy with Schaub and Callen, especially since it all came out publicly. But, I mean, and Brendan Schaub admitted and Brian Callen admitted to saying those things. So, pretty messed up what they tried doing to Bobby Lee. And it seems like Lex Friedman was like, you should have him on your podcast. Joe Rogan was like, he's been invited many times. Lex was like, how about a real invitation? But aside from that, pretty funny. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.